from my heart and from my hand. Why don't people understand my intention?
So day 6 under the social distancing or self-isolation, ironically. Another beautiful day. Like everybody else, I'm trying to find ways to keep myself occupied when not actually working. So I'm starting to work on some of the smaller details of the car. We've got some rather nice pieces that I found recently. This is a rather nice billet pull lever for the heater and the choke. Nice carbon insert. It's very nice. Something that's always annoyed me about the later minis, actually, particularly the injections on this switch panel, if you can call it that. On one side has a blank, the other side have a lever, and it always looked unfinished. Maybe it's my OCD, but I prefer to have both on either side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and change this side into the bonnet release catch. Should be possible because those cables are nothing more than anti-compression cables from a bicycle, so I should be able to make it long enough to reach, and that should basically make that panel balance out much nicer and gives a much nicer finish on this piece. But before I do that, I want to show you what we are doing with the indicator and washer lever stalks on the steering wheel. So while I was at the local mini centre, I came across these rather nice CNC billet stalk switches, which I think will finish off the inside of the car rather nicely. You can see I've already done this one. It's a relatively straightforward process. As you can imagine, these are not complicated, but it is tricky in the sense that there's a plastic block that needs to come off that keeps the contacts separate on the stalk. So I will show you how this basically works. So the first thing you need to do is remove the end of this. And it takes a little finessing. And don't lose the spring, it will shoot out immediately. Now this is the problem because this is fitted quite tightly and you have to basically remove this. So what you can see from this here, this will just focus. There are some tabs on here that basically secure it in place. And it's very difficult to get this block off without breaking it. If you do break it, you can obviously super glue it back together, but it takes quite some manipulation to break it off.